video of the PSB-11. I have it on AM and I have it on AM. FM, there's two different AM settings. There's two FM settings. But functionality-wise, it's going to sound like it's only one AM and one FM. How it works is it works through the antenna system. Okay. In our area, we only have the one FM station towers that are located probably in the south western area of our town. And across from that, kind of going north, northwest, would be our main FM channel towers. It's called England Hill. There's a South Hill. And then there's up by the airport area where these antennas are. Depending on where your area is, it may be different. It may be a lot more, maybe a lot less. What we're after as well, I've noticed, is emergency frequencies and cell phone frequencies can be picked up by this. But very frequently, they are on the FM, AM channels. The FM broadcasting network that we have here is structured all in the same thing. I don't know how that works. Maybe you do. So what happens is it scans. It has 5 to 6 different scanning frequencies, depending on which one you get. The PSB-11 that I got has 5 or 6 of them. Now, you'll notice that I keep wiping my head and eyes here. It's because we're in a grassy area and my allergies are absolutely disgusting right now. But for you guys today, we're going to adventure this way into the allergy zone, as I call it, because it's just a disaster. So if I pause, if I try to step back, if I cough, if I sneeze, if I sound a little off, that's why. Now with this is I have my cell phone. Why? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to record on my cell phone what this has. Our digital recorder today has, as I pause again because of all these dandelions, I don't know if you can see them, but there are pollen and dandelions all over the place here. So I record on my phone. Always have a recording device. Always have something that you can record on. Always have something that's reliable enough that you can record on. And the wind just knocked my camera down. Always have a reliable audio recording source when you're doing this. You don't want to have something that's not reliable, that's not good. So we have it on. We're now recording. And we're going to see what we pick up. As we walk and as we do this, you'll notice the frequencies will change. It depends on your location. We have Stowe, the old metalworks over here. We have the old train depot section over here of our factories. It is believed to have an old club down here. A huge woodworking, the old Paws woodshed in our area. We also have several other businesses that were torn down. One that had a complete fire. We have where a woman was killed. We also have some other things where they said some people have gone missing from the trains, the hobos riding the trains. One was even killed possibly down here. So there's a lot of things here that we have. Now, when we listen to this, we always listen for stuff that we can audibly hear. Some people listen for everything. I listen for unique stuff. Like if I ask a question, or if I want a response to a question, or maybe we'll ask, is anybody here? I want to hear a yes. I want to hear a date. I want to hear a name. I want to hear something. Right now, as you can hear, it is randomly saying things very, very randomly. In a minute, we're going to show you what it can do by randomness, because it's going to get a little bad. When I get near that highway and I get near the railroad over here, it starts interfering. Why? Probably because of their radios. Probably because we're entering another cell phone tower area. A lot of times when you get near cell phones, when you get near towers like that, these things can start acting up. Now what you see is a large building. There's a large complex here. The complex is haunted. We have had shadow figures here. We've had spirits come through very frequently. But what we're doing right now is just to show you, educationally wise, what we do and how we do it. Now, I'm going to shut this off, and I'm going to turn it back on to show you how it comes on originally. It'll come on. When it comes on, it's going to come on to whatever functionality it is. You'll then have to do your functions. You'll have to set your AM to FM. I like putting it in reverse, and I like putting it on the fast channel. I then start to see if it's cycling right. It'll go through these stations a mile a minute. I then want to lower that sweep rate so that we're not a mile a minute, so we're almost to the point where it has to stop. I find a lot of times on AM radio it is better to forward it. FM is better to reverse it. But for today's demonstration, we're going to have the both in reverse. And right here it says forward and reverse on here. It shows you what it wants to do. It shows you the channels. Now some of these that are coming out today will have different frequency rates already set in them. So it's beyond what this one is, okay? But a lot of those things I think are repetitive. It'll keep cycling through the 100s, the 200s, the 109s, the 90s, the 80s of the radio station dials. The 1400s in this area are good. The 1300s are good. The 1600s are real bad. You get down in the lower numbers of the 90s and 80s, it's okay. The hundreds are odds and ends on what you're going to get. In your area, see what the radio stations are. Go on the radio and listen to some of the channels and see what numbers are frequent. If you're in a big city, everything could just about have something on it. Now, so far, nothing has come through except for just random gibberish, okay? And that'll happen. Now, on most investigations, you have this somewhere. You have your recorders, you have your equipment set up. Maybe you have something to draw the spirits in. Maybe you have something to draw the powers from beyond, or whatever you want to call it. The wording today in this field is getting beyond as well. So what I'm going to say is whatever you do on your investigation is what you'll set this thing for. It's different with everyone. Today is just simple, record and listen. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to have. You can go up on our YouTube, the rest of our channels here. You can go up on our website, twintiersparanormal.com. You can listen to our podcast, theparanormalworld.org. Everything is on there. And as you listen to it, you can now start to hear words. But they're random things that the stations will frequent through. That was a female's voice we've gotten many times down here. But again, it's cycling through the channels. Anyways, if everybody wants to follow us, you can follow us here on YouTube. You can subscribe to our channels. Go up on our websites. I'll see you next time.